Imagine waking up one day to the news that Bitcoin surpassed $1 million price point and things have gotten out of control. So this sounds like the plot of a speculative fiction novel, right? But hold on to your digital wallets because this scenario might not be as far-fetched as it seems. So welcome to the world of Bitcoin, another massive up or massive down, and it's just another Tuesday. So in the world of Bitcoin, volatility is the norm and the extraordinary is just another day. Today, we deep dive into the cryptic waters of cryptocurrency and a bold claim by Cathie Wood of ARK Investment. She made headlines recently by not just merely suggesting that Bitcoin could hit 1 million by 2030, but by upping the anti-draw dropping price point to 1.48 million. But what could actually propel Bitcoin to reaching $1 million over in the next 10 years? In this video today, I'm going to detail the 3 main reasons that I expect Bitcoin to hit 1 million. And these 3 reasons are going to be the things that kind of set the course on track for Bitcoin to keep going up and up. And I'm also going to talk about one of my core beliefs that could potentially bring Bitcoin down to zero. Again, it's always good to talk about the pros and the cons of things. So let's go ahead and dig into the first few reasons why Bitcoin is going to hit 1 million by 2030. Starting off with reason number 1 is the Bitcoin halving. Basically, Bitcoin halvings have shown in the past to have huge impacts on the price of Bitcoin. Essentially, what happens with this halving is the price of mining a Bitcoin gets cut in half. So this really throws off the whole supply and demand dynamics of Bitcoin, which typically results in the Bitcoin price going very high. This is supposed to happen in 2024 and could result in Bitcoin going up by 2 or 3x and really setting on that trajectory to hit $1 million price point in the next 10 years. So this basically means that Bitcoin has become more scarce next year, and because of scarcity tends to increase the value. As a new Bitcoin becomes harder to mine, the existing ones become potentially more valuable. So moving into number 2 is Bitcoin ETFs, and this is making groundbreaking news. Bitcoin ETFs by financial titans like BlackRock and Fidelity. These ETFs stand for exchange traded funds and essentially allow everyday investors to get a piece of Bitcoin pie without the complexities of managing actual Bitcoin. It's like ordering a delectable slice of the cake without having to bake it yourself. Signals a level of institutional endorsement that could bring in a flood of new investors, driving up demand, and with that, the price. So these ETFs are going to give access to an older generation that are used to calling a stockbroker to essentially buy a piece of Bitcoin. And even if a big portion of investors, retail investors, put 1 to 5% of their portfolio into these Bitcoin ETFs, it could mean the difference in getting Bitcoin up to $1 million. And one last thing, usually when 1 or 2 ETFs are successful, a lot of other people are going to continue doing the same thing because, again, these ETFs are backed by huge companies that want to be able to sell and make money off of these ETF trading. Coming in at reason number 3 is 21 million. There is only 21 million Bitcoin and there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. So the supply and demand is very finite and it's only becoming harder and harder to get these types of coins. About 18.5 million Bitcoin have already been mined, meaning there's not that much remaining. As demand continues to surge, especially in an era where digital currencies are becoming more mainstream, this limited supply can only mean one thing: a potential price rocket to the moon. So before we get too far into this, let's talk about the downside or the potential apocalypse that would bring Bitcoin down to nothing. So what is Bitcoin's Achilles heel, or what could potentially cause a catastrophic failure in Bitcoin's technology? Essentially, my number 1 guesstimate for what could actually bring Bitcoin to zero is a severe exploit in the technology, something that's uncovered that could allow people to hack and steal Bitcoin, or some type of technology that could really guess people's seed phrases, allowing them to steal Bitcoin at will. Again, this type of technology doesn't exist today, but who knows what's possible possible over the next 10 years, especially with the massive developments of artificial intelligence on the horizon. So there you have it, a tale of two Bitcoins. One, a glittering digital fortress of value soaring to $1 million, driven by halvings, institutional investment, and the relentless laws of supply and demand. The other, a cautionary tale of technological hubris, vulnerable to the whims of code and cyber calamities. As we stand at the crossroads of cryptocurrency history, one thing is very clear. Bitcoin is not just a currency, it's a high-stakes game of confidence, innovation, and speculation. In the end, whether Bitcoin reaches Mount Million or tumbles down to zero, this story has yet to be written. And if you want to follow along, I'm going to be posting updates about my own cryptocurrency investments, entrepreneurship, and traveling to every country in the world. So make sure you subscribe below if you're new to the channel, and I'll be putting out new videos every single day. So as we peer into the crystal ball of the future, let's not forget that in the world of Bitcoin, anything is possible. Keep your eyes on the screen, your mind's open, and your wallet secure. The journey to 2030 is bound to be one wild ride. And that is the roller coaster that is Bitcoin. This has been a wild ride and something that I've been involved with since 2016, and my approach has been a little bit different. I've just been dollar cost averaging over the past 5 or 6 years, meaning every week or so I buy Bitcoin, whether it's up, whether it's down, or whether it's on the average. And I've made a few videos about how you can go ahead and do this, so I'll make sure to link those below in the description. And if you're also interested in Bitcoin, I'll leave a link below where you can get access to free Bitcoin today. So fasten your seatbelts, stay informed, and maybe, just maybe, we'll witness history together as Bitcoin challenges the boundaries of the value as we know. Stay tuned, stay curious, and always stay invested in learning. Until next time, keep questioning the status quo and looking beyond the horizon. Who knows what fortunes or falls await us in the dance of digits that is Bitcoin.